Have you ever wondered what really triggers anger? I mean, the explosive kind of anger that can ruin relationships. Hi, Dwight Bain here. I want to talk to you about the 4 hidden triggers that cause angry explosions. Now, we know that angry explosions can absolutely ruin a relationship. It can ruin a job. It can certainly destroy the parent-child relationship. It can destroy a lot of trust. And we've seen in recent days in media clips, through YouTube clips, where people have just taken their cell phone and caught somebody having an angry fit, and it made the news. And for many people, it ends their career. I don't want that to happen to you. So let me give you the 4 hidden anger triggers, we'll call them. And I say they're hidden. They really should be pretty common sense. But if you get all 4, you're going to have a crash. Here we go. It spells out the word HALT. I learned this a long time ago in a 12-step program. H-A-L-T. The H stands for hungry. The more hungry you are, just actual physical hunger, the more likely you are to blow up. Think about it. We have a small dog at home. It's actually a Yorkie. If you try to take food away from that dog, she will go bananas. Because anyone or any creature, when they're hungry, they are more likely to blow up. Think about people who are stuck on a plane on a tarmac and they can't eat. They're hungry, they're more irritable, more moody. That's also why a lot of companies, when they downsize, they bring in the Krispy Kremes, they bring in those high-carb treats. They say, eat all you want, because they're about to downsize. So the first trigger I want you to pay attention to is hunger. How do we solve that? It's simple. Keep your blood sugar stable. And make sure that you eat a couple of times throughout the day. Don't be ravenous throughout the day. If you are, you're more likely to blow up with anger. And a lot of fights happen when people are on their way home, or maybe when they first get home, and part of it's just because they're so hungry. Have a snack on the way home. Maybe it'll save your marriage. It'll sure save you a lot of frustration. The H, hunger. The A, anxiety. And there are a lot of things in our world to be anxious about. There are a lot of things that are causing people to worry. But if you sit and you concentrate on that worry, it's gonna cause you to be more angry, more moody, more frustrated, more irritated, more likely to blow up. That's why sometimes people will get worried about money, for instance. And then all of a sudden they start micromanaging the spending of the rest of their family. They're more anxious about money, so they're more likely to blow up about spending. How do we solve that? It's simple. I want you to remember a very basic principle about fear. Face your fear, the fear gets smaller. Talk about things, live on a budget, sit down and map out with a legal pad. Deal with your anxieties with a counselor, talk to a trusted friend, talk to a member of the clergy. But do something with your anxiety. Don't let your anxiety build up, because if so, it's going to cost you a lot of sleep, it's going to cost you a lot of frustration, it's going to make you blow up more, it's not worth it. The L, lonely. People who are more lonely, people who go it alone, people that don't have connected relationships, they're more likely to blow up because they're so upset, especially when they watch television shows and it looks like everybody's happy, everybody's having a great time. We'll see this a lot around the holidays. People will be going through a time of incredible loneliness, and yet they watch these movies where everybody's having fun and forget that that's just a movie on television. That's just a movie, it's not real life. But how do we solve loneliness? Simple. Get into connected relationships. Plug into a church. Plug into a small group. Talk to someone. Call a hotline. Call your mother. Do something. But don't just sit in a lonely situation. If so, the more lonely, the more likely you are to blow up on the people around you. And the final one is pretty simple. It's T. Tired. The more tired you are, the more exhausted you are, the more likely you are to blow up. Don't we do that with little kids? We'll say, well, they're just tired, they need a nap. Hey, sometimes you and I need a nap too. And we're not little kids. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired. You can solve each of those by sitting down and mapping out some practical life applications, and that's what we do at LifeWorks. So if you're tired, take a nap. If you're tired, get some rest. But if you're finding that anger is controlling your life, I want you to do this. Go to lifeworksgroup.org, lifeworksgroup.org. We've got over 150 different practical life application principles on counseling, coaching. These are practical, common sense tips. But if you start to implement those into your life, it's going to add a better quality of life. It's going to make life work better for you, and that's what we're about. Less anger, more time to enjoy life. That's my wish for you. I hope that you'll take time to get rid of the halt, and that you'll halt the anger cycle by adding a lot of value to your life. Do it today.